All right, let's do this. So this video is entitled The Last Hurrah of the Honey Hole Finale. This is it right here. Okay, so for those that are new and just tuning in, there was a store that I had been going to for a number of years, and they pretty much in late November announced that they were basically uh, just getting out of the comic book business and strictly focusing on games, like card games and card games, tabletop games, that kind of thing. And they were just gonna be blowing out books, like 50-cent books. No, actually 25-cent books, 5-cent books, half off books, for the better stuff. And I had been going there pretty much every day throughout the entirety of December, January, and into February. And I stopped, I want to say around February, maybe more. I just know I hadn't been there in well over a month. And since then I had been thinking to myself, maybe, do they have anything? Do they is there anything left? Maybe maybe the store owner, he pulled something out of storage, something cool. I don't know, just wondering. Well, last weekend I run into a guy that I had seen at these blowout sales at the store, but we were at another dollar sale at another store, and it turns out that he bought the rest of those books. So no more wondering. This is it. What I bought is it. Okay, so I have about roughly 70 different books to show off. So without further ado, let's get into it. Salvation Run number 7. This is a Neal Adams 1 in 25 variant. I remember years ago, I want to say maybe around 2014, 2015, this book was hot. I want to say this was about $100 book at the time. And I remember finding 2 copies for $10 each back in the day, sold them off. But I found this for 25 cents. And this is the Neal Adams Joker cover. Yes, got you for 25 cents, baby. And speaking of a Batman villain, here is something that I think is maybe a little bit interesting. So I forget if I had shown this off in another video or not, but I'll show it off now. Okay, so we have Batman's Greatest Foes. This is a 4-pack. It came out in 1995, and it came out in conjunction with the Batman Forever movie. I actually saw that movie in the theater back in the day. I think I was like 17. I was out on a date with a girl at that time. But yeah, so it seems that these are... So you've got Batman Annual 13, Catwoman Annual 2, Detective 8, Detective Annual 8. Now these, I have to imagine, are DC Universe logo variants. But the interesting thing about this 4-pack is this one here. So we've got Batman Legends of the Dark Knight number 50. Now, I know that there is a second print that's redundant, but there is a reprint of this that everybody knows that Legends of the Dark Knight 50 is gold embossed cardstock cover, very, very high quality looking book, or high quality cover stock. No, it's not cover stock, it's cardstock. But there is a reprint, which I have to imagine this is it right here. But it's in here. It's in here. It's in here. You can see Boland right there. And this is not a card stock. This is regular paper stock, or cover stock, or cover stock maybe is the appropriate term. But it's flat. It has no embossed logo. It's not foil or anything like that. So I think this second print is in here. And for a quick second, I was thinking about opening this up just to see if it was that version. And I was just like, you know what? I'm going to keep it closed. I'm going to keep it sealed for as long as I possibly can. But yeah, I like this a lot. I actually remember seeing this because I bought this on the last day that I was ever at that store. And I remember seeing this maybe a few weeks before, but I just kept passing it up. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not quite sure why I never took a second look at it until, that very last visit to the store. But yeah, I'm glad I bought it though. And I was looking at and it includes, so it has a CD. It's got like a bunch of, like activity stuff with it as well. So this is a, pretty cool thing. And I was checking my eBay archive site, and the last sale for this was years ago for about $40. It's still sealed up. But I do know that there is a flat non-cardstock version of Legends of the Dark Knight number 50. All right, we're going to move on. We have a lot of books to get through. So we've got not one, not two. So we got 3 copies of the Authority number 1. I'm glad I didn't pass these up. So when I bought these, this was well before that James Gunn little whatever the hell that was, when he was announcing different DC movie projects. And in one of those movie projects, he announced the Authority. And I found these. I believe these were 25 cents a piece. And we know, like, for a time, this book was going for like an easy $100. I don't think it's going for that much now, but I bet you I can get more than 25 cents a piece for them. I bet. All right, what's next? We got to move on. We got to be brisk. With it. Doorway to Nightmare number 1. First appearance of Madame Xanadu. Found that for, I believe, 25 cents. Found another nice Bronze Age book, Man Bat number 1. Got that for 25 cents as well. Superman Red Sun number 1. This is a first print. I didn't realize there was a second print of this until very recently, but this is the first print. Got that, I believe that was, shoot. You know what? Some of these I paid, if they weren't half off, then either I paid 25 cents or like a nickel. I forget, but I believe that was 25 cents. Now, this was $5. So we have Superman Gen 13 number... Well, actually, no. This is a trade paperback. It's kind of interesting. You know what? I have never even opened this up. For the trade paperback, you'd think you'd get, say, J. Scott Campbell to do this. And this book, I don't think... People want a lot for this. Okay. All right. Okay. People want a lot for this trade paperback. There are buy it nows for like $40, $30. Nobody's paying that much for it. You know what I'm saying? And there are no sales for this in any price. So I have to imagine if this was a J. Scott Campbell cover, things would be a little bit different. But I figured, I don't know, for $5, it was worth a chance. you know, in the long run. But speaking of Superman Gen 13, we got 2 copies of number 1, J. Scott Campbell cover, and a copy of number 3, J. Scott Campbell cover. This is probably the most popular of those, of the covers, and number 3. All right, we're moving along. Lobo Fragtastic Voyage no, is this a trade paperback or prestige format? I don't know, probably prestige format book. Deathstroke number 58, I believe that. I'm pretty sure I paid 25 cents for this. We gotta keep it moving. We gotta keep it pushing, baby. Keep it pushing. KIP. What's next? Superman versus Terminator. This is a trade paperback. I believe, I'm pretty sure I paid 25 cents for no. I think I got this for a nickel. But this was, or rather, I believe this book roughly goes for about $40 to $50 or something like that on a good day. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And speaking of more Superman, now this book here, I had been tracking sales for this over the last couple of months, and I was pleasantly surprised with what I saw. So I'm like, all right. Okay, so the price tag on it is $200, and so that means I paid $100. I really didn't want to pay $100, just because I already had a copy of this. But the only reason that I bought this, and it wasn't because there is the signature on here. It's not because it's signed. But the main reason why I bought this, the only reason pretty much, I don't know, I was enamored with the serial number. So we've got, is this thing upside down? I can't tell, but it really doesn't matter. So the serial number on this is 10101. So we have a binary code. We got ourselves a binary code serial number. And I promise you that is the only reason why I bought this. That's a dumb reason. But this book lately has been going for about $200. So I'm like, all right. All right, what's next? Green Lantern number 39. This is a 1 in 25 variant. Paid $5 for this. I remember about a year ago, I was at a sale and paid no, actually, I wasn't even at a sale. This was like the week before the sale. And I paid $35 for a copy of this because I really wanted it. All right, what's next? So this was 25 cents. So we have Green Lantern number 40. I remember this book. I had talked about this book a few years ago, and it really wasn't going for anything at the time. And then when I talked about it, it kind of blew up a little bit, pat myself on the back. I'm not quite sure if this book really goes for too much anymore now, but at the time, it was going for a little something. So Fatality becomes a Star Sapphire. And here's a really cool Star Sapphire cover here. Green Lantern number 45. That's a 1 in 25 variant. I believe this book goes for about $30. Whatever. Green Lantern number 53. I believe that's a 1 in 25 variant. Regular cover. Green Lantern number 41. Green Lantern number 43. Green Lantern Core number 40. That's a 1 in 25 variant. Or maybe it's a 1 in 10. I don't know. Variant for Green Lantern Core 41. Green Lantern Core number 35. Second print. Got a little bit more DC. Flash number 92. Paid 25 cents for that. Or did I? No, I think I got that for a nickel. I think. I paid 25 cents for this. So we've got the Milestone Shadow War preview. Let me be neat here. Okay, that's a little bit better. Okay. I'm trying to put the books back into the box so I'm not like, so books aren't scattered all over the place. But anyway, so we have Static Shock, Rebirth of Cool, number 4. Was there like news about Static Shock? Oh, no. So the rap is that I guess James Gunn was asked about Milestone characters, and he just replied, yeah, about them, you know, having movie projects. So I'm like, okay, all right. I know, like, the Rebirth of Cool miniseries is, you know, like, each issue goes for a little bit something, so. All right, Ghost in the Shell, number 1 from Dark Horse. So this was half off of 25, so what is this? Oh, crap. $12.50. So pay $12.50. All right. Okay. What did I want to say about that? Not much. We're moving on. Youngblood Genesis, number 1. This is the, I guess you can call it the, SDCC 2002 variant. Here's the certificate of authenticity on the back. Found that for 25 cents. What's next? Youngblood Genesis number 2. I think that might be a variant. I forget. Youngblood Genesis number 2. One of these is a variant. Scar, Son of Hulk number 1. I know I paid 25 cents for this. I know the price tag says 20, but I paid 25 cents because I wasn't going to pay. I remember this book was hot for a minute to where I think I paid like $15 for one about a year ago. But I don't know. I couldn't see myself paying $10 now for it. You know what I'm saying? So I got that for 25 cents. A little Valiant love. I'm going to show Valiant just a little bit of love. We have Exo Manowar, number 68. Oh, another thing that I wanted to mention about what I'm showing off right now is that I still have like 1, 2, 3, 4, like roughly 4 long boxes of stuff that I won't be showing. But if I just don't feel it's really worth it to show. But if something gets hot and I still happen to have it, I'll show it in like, say, in upcoming video or something, in a future video or something like that. You know what I'm saying? All right. What's next? Midnight Suns, number 9, Alex Ross cover. I know this book kind of got hot for a minute, but not so. I don't know. But it's a good cover. Ghost Rider, 1945. Okay. Now, I paid $10 for this. I know this book is kind of weird. So we have New Genix, whatever the hell that is. So we have Marvel Comics Presents number 175. And this is the final issue of the series. And what did I want to say about this? I don't know. I really don't know, but I think this is either my 3rd or 4th copy of this. I know this book is kind of hard to find, especially if you're in the Marvel Comics Presents section of a comic book store. I know this book is never there. So, and you have Steel Raven. Even though I never see this character, you know, like outside of this series here, but whatever. But got that for $10. I don't know, this book goes for about 20 to 30. So I figured I'd pick it up. All right, what's next? We've got Marvel Comics Presents number 174. Trying to get things neat. Okay. Marvel Comics Presents number 174. That was 25 cents. Number 173. That was 25 cents. 172. That was 25 cents. So it looks like the 172 is the first appearance of Lunatic, even though I've never seen this character outside of Marvel Comics Presents. But he's very 90s looking. Very, very, very 90s looking. We've got, what is this? Marvel Comics Presents 170. Oh, shoot, 171 is right there. 169. And we have 150, which is the first appearance of Steel Raven. Also, we've got, how many? 1, 2, 3. So we got 3 copies of Marvel Comics Presents number 158. First appearance of the Ku Klux Clandestine. I believe I paid a nickel for this. So we've got Airboy number... Airboy number 5. Beautiful Dave Stevens cover. I know this book goes for about... This book goes for about... I don't know, 20 or 30 on a good day. I'm going to do some Mercy Sparks. Number 1. I remember these issues were hot for a minute. Mercy Sparks number 1. Number 2. Number 3 variant. Beautiful. That's a beautiful cover right there. Mercy Sparks number 4. Elizabeth Torque variant with number 5. Now here's a book that I loved so much. I love this book so much that if I can find it within 10 seconds, I'll show it to you. So we have Grim Fairy Tales Grim Fairy Tales Presents Goddess Inc. number 1. And I love this book so much that I went out and got a 9/8 of this just because. So let's see. Who did the art on this? Francesco cover. All right, so this is a cover D. So it's not necessarily a ratio variant, but I have to imagine this is a low print run. I tried looking up the print run on this, and you know what? Never mind. I think I found the print run on it. I don't know. Or maybe I didn't. It was a long time ago. But I like this cover. Beautiful Marilyn Monroe. I don't know. Like, when I saw it, I know I picked this up for a nickel. When I saw it, it totally spoke to me. And I figured, you know what? And I know this book goes for about, at the time, I knew this book was selling for about 20. But as this book started drying up, I noticed this book kind of going higher and higher and higher and higher. I believe the last sale of this was, I believe, about a week ago for, I want to say about $70 raw. You know what I'm saying? So this is I like this cover a lot. I think this has a lot of potential for the future. Even in this down market, I think this has this cover D here has a lot of potential. All right, we got to move on. Now here's a book I had been searching for years, and I mean years. So we've got Prophet number 1, Todd McFarlane cover. I believe I got that for 25 cents. And not to be outdone, we have the Prophet number 1 Jim Lee cover. So we've got Jim Lee and Todd McFarlane. And the thing that freaks me out, why does Prophet have nipple rings? That looks really painful. You know what? I noticed that these were flip covers. So let's see what's going on with the Jim Lee. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see what's going on with Todd McFarlane's cover. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Ooh, we're almost done. Sort of. Let's see what's going on here. So we've got this. We're going to flip it around. And whose art is it? That looks... who did the art? Let's see. Oh, yeah. Ian Churchill. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it looks like his art. All right. But yeah, I had been searching for this for a very long time. So I got these two for 25 cents a piece. Here's a book I saw, and I don't know. I kind of liked it. It really doesn't go for anything, but so we have Gen Active #1. So I believe this is like a crossover with, oh crap, I believe it's the crossover with Gen 13 and the characters from DV8. I believe. But so this character here, I forget the name of this character. I looked it up, but it was like a month ago, so I forget. But it's a cool Joe Madureira variant. I believe this is a 1 in 10. I don't know. I like the cover. So I think I pick it up. I believe I paid 25 cents for that. I don't know. There's something about these Wildstorm incentive variants that, I don't know, I think they might have potential. So we have, and speaking of variants, we've got 2 copies of Wetworks #1. We have I don't know who did the art on this, but we have Wetworks #2. That's a variant. I believe I think that's a 1 in 10 variant. We're going to do a little bit of Marvel. So we've got Ghost Rider, a little bit more Rider. All right, a little bit more Marvel. Ghost Rider from 2011. First appearance of Alejandra Jones. Yeah. Alejandro Gonzalez is a kid I went to elementary school with. So we've got a second print of Monsters Unleashed #7. House of M #4. I forget. This has a first appearance in it, but I forget the character. I totally forget the name of the character. All right, we're moving along very briskly here. G.I. Joe Data Desk Handbook. It's basically like an index. So A through M, I could not find N through Z, but that's okay. That was 25 cents. I believe this was 25 cents as well. This is a Graham Crackers Comics exclusive cover. G.I. Joe America's Elite #1. I don't know. This book doesn't get a lot of love. It's a really cool Captain America homage. It's probably one of the, in my opinion, one of the better ones. I like this cover a lot. But I don't know. I think if it wasn't for like all this shit down here, it might, I don't know. I think it might have done better on the secondary market. But whatever. What do I know? Here we go with Snake Eyes. I paid $10 for this. Snake Eye. No, this is not Snake Eyes. This is Storm Shadow, the red foil variant. G.I. Joe European Missions #3. This is one of my favorite Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes covers. This is just a cool freaking cover. I mean, this book is no bigger than an American version, but it's just something it feels big. You know what I mean? Maybe just because the characters are so large on the cover. And I think a thing to look out for is that there should be a centerfold poster. So make sure it has the poster when you are searching for this book. All right, what's next? Ooh, speaking of Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow, take a look at this. Speaking of Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow And speaking of Graham Crackers Comics, take a look at this. So we've got G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe. From the Image series. This is number 21. This is the Renegar edition. Does anybody know why it's called the Renegar edition? I'm asking because I don't know. Is Renegar like, does that mean silent? I don't know. I don't know. In another language? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And what's interesting, we've got Michael Turner's signature. The late, great Michael Turner signature with a certificate of authenticity on the back. Cool, right? Cool. Right. Please tell me it's cool. And not to be outdone by that, we found 2 copies. Come on, get in focus. All right, so we found 2 copies of this beautiful variant. Yes. Now, it's not the silver foil or platinum variant, but that's okay. For 25 cents a piece, I'm with it. And they're both signed. Forget about it. All right, what's next? I wanted to say more about this, but we got to keep it moving. All right. We've got La Muerta from McFarlane Comics. Good looking covers, right? All right, okay. I believe I paid $1 a piece. Either that or they were 25 cents. Because I don't know. I don't think I would have paid $1 for either of these. But who knows? Here's I don't know. I thought this cover was interesting enough. So we have the 10th, number 2. Book doesn't go for anything, but they were $0.05 a piece. Here's an Authentics. I know this was 25 cents. I don't know if there's a certificate on the back. Oh, yeah. DF, Certificate of Authenticity in the back. All right. It's all good. What did I want to say about this? I forget. I totally forget. Oh, yeah, this is the precursor to those blank variants. They left a little space for a little bit of sketch, but then they just went full bore and just said, screw it. We're not putting any artwork on it. Have at it, comic book artists, on your commissions. All right, what's next? We're rounding the bases. Mystic, Arcana, Magic. We got 2 copies of that. Mystic, Arcana, Marvel Index. Mystic, Arcana, Scarlet Witch. We have some Amazing Spider-Man. We've got number 252 variant. Not that great of a cover. And a Romita cover. John Romita Sr. cover. Amazing Spider-Man number 568. And last, I can't say, but not least, but Athena Inc. number 1 Manhunter Project. These were 25. This was 25 cents. J. Scott Campbell cover. Doesn't go for anything, but it's a good looking enough cover. So that is my haul. I'm sticking to it. I'm gonna put these comics back, and thanks so much for watching. I believe I have more books to show. So for other videos. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. All right, bye.